Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another edition of that Wrestling Dog as we say goodbye to historian from professional wrestling, Dave Cameron.
Real quick though, make a mention here, in terms of international things, international wrestling historian Dave Cameron passed away as we are recording, so I just want to say something here to recognize that because, I just posted photos of him, and he wasn't a young man, at George Hackenschmidt's house. Yes. 1962. He is someone who, a lot of the stuff we know from Australia, New Zealand, and quite frankly around the world, is because of the research he did in the live, not even just research, things he experienced live.
Yeah, and of course we had joked here on the program a while back that obviously Harley Cameron was the illegitimate daughter of Dave Cameron somehow, and possibly Harley Race, but no, you saw that name popping up everywhere on anything related to international bulletins from that part of the world in any of the wrestling magazines from the 60s on, and like you said, he's in a ton of the pictures in your files, and actually visited George Hackenschmidt at his home. And how old was Dave Cameron? Do you have that information in front of you?
You know what? I could see what Steve Ogilvy posted, but I don't know if...
Well, he had to be, as you said, he wasn't like a toddler in the early 60s, so, he had been doing this and studying the business and, involved in trying to report on the business for a long time in all of his adult life.
I'm not seeing an age anywhere.
Maybe they don't have numbers that high. Maybe it was... Cowboy Bob Ellis, I heard, just turned like 96, right?
That's crazy. You never even hear anything
what he
about
looked
him.
like in the 70s also. And has anybody seen a picture of what he looks like in the last 40 years?
Not really.
Maybe there's a reason for that too.
Talking about big stars who lost their hair early. Cowboy Bob Ellis.
And you know what? And also, he was, for years, such a big drawing baby face, but he always got juice. He had the dead man walk he'd do through the crowd when he was bleeding, and then he'd make his comeback and they'd go crazy. But his head looked horrible by the mid-70s when he was working for Bruiser. And from what I was told, he had I don't know what they call it, the process where he had like his head sanded down with all the gig marks and the scars and everything, and had his forehead smoothed over, and then got booked in Puerto Rico. It was like the last full-time run he had in his fucking career was in Puerto Rico after he got his gig marks fucking dermabrazed or whatever. So that's funny for those of us who have followed the wrestling history. But anyway, and yes, we're sorry that Dave Cameron has passed away, but we're glad Bob Ellis is still around.
91 years old, Dave Cameron.
There you